We're now going to focus on the routine tasks that a production administrator performs. This includes deploying. And we're going to take a look at executing, stop, editing the schedules, editing the process properties. We're going to schedule processes. We're going to do process reporting. We're going to take a look at the dashboards, both the account and HTTP. And while we're talking about the HTTP dashboard, we're also going to dive into low latency. We're going to talk about the log files that are accessed from the UI, as well as runtime listeners, atom workers, and certificates. We're going to set up a new user. We're also going to set up an email alert, and we're going to gain an understanding of the notify and the exception email alerts. So let's begin with process deployment.
The differences between processes run in the Build tab, which is known as test mode, versus those which are deployed are: test mode supports unit testing of a maximum of 100 documents or a total of 10 megabytes of data. Anything beyond this produces errors. Deployed components support strategic monitoring and unlimited data. Execution and document history searching with process execution results are available for 30 days. External alerting by email and RSS feed. And finally, the deployed connections count towards your Dell Boomi Atomsphere subscription. As discussed in Boomi Essentials, the first step is to build the process. You built the account XML to CSV in the Boomi Essentials class. If you want to learn more about process development, please attend classes in the developer track. Next, you will package your components. This can be initiated from the Build page or the Deploy menu. Once your component is packaged, you can then deploy it from the Package Components or the Deployments page. The last section is Manage, which provides a consolidated view of the integration activity within your account for all deployed processes. We will view the Manage section after the Deploy section. After you have successfully built your component, you can package them. The Create Components page displays 25 rows per page of all packaged components for the account. It displays the following information: the name of the component, the type of the component, such as a process, an API, or certificate, the version of the component, the date it was created, any notes attached to it, and what, if any, environments it is deployed to, and if it is shareable. You can filter by component, component type, whether or not you are sharing, or by the packaged component ID. For each packaged component, the Actions menu allows you to deploy the packaged component, view the details for the packaged version, including any sub-components and the current deployment usage. You can view historical details of all packaged component versions created for the selected component. Use the search filters to easily find specific versions of your packaged component or to filter versions based upon sharing capabilities. Compare the included components within the selected packaged component version with another version, or with the latest component versions in deployment. Finally, you can copy the components included in the packaged component to your Component Explorer on the Build tab. Once your component is successfully packaged, you can deploy it to an environment. The deployments table contains 25 rows per page of the deployments for the account. This page displays the following information for each deployed package component: the name of the component, the type of component such as process, API, certificate, the deployed component, the date the deployment was created, who deployed it, and any notes attached to the deployment. You can filter by component, component type, deployed by, environment, and package component version. Also, you can limit your view with the deployments created by the past hour, 24 hours, week, or a specific date range. For each deployment, the Actions menu allows you to deploy this to a different environment, such as you want to deploy from test to production, roll back, which allows you to roll back to an earlier release, Undeploy removes the deployment. Deployment history displays all the deployed versions for the selected component. Compare deployment compares the current deployment version to another version. Copy to the Component Explorer copies the components included in this packaged component to your Component Explorer on the Build tab. I will now demonstrate in our next video Exercise 8, Package and Deploy the account XML to CSV, and Exercise 9, Explore Package Components and Deployment Actions.